Today we are at a Kansas City, Missouri Parks and Rec facility that is home to KC Melting Pot Theater. Today we are talking to Artistic Director and Founder Harvey Williams, who can tell us a little bit more about the company. Harvey, thank you for having us here.
Thank you for inviting.
Now, Harvey, when you come off the road here, you can see a facade. What used to be here?
Okay, well now, legend has it that this building was originally a stable for police and fire department horses when this was pretty much still parkland. Later on, it just became a facility, a storage facility for parks and recs. A couple of bad fires left the facade up, and they decided just to contain it as a facility, storage facility. And then later on, someone had the idea of the Black Box Theater, which is here now, and from that is it expanded to just our Broadway theater.
And you're an anchor here.
Yes, KC Melting Pot is the anchor theater company for just off Broadway.
And how did KC Melting Pot get its start? How did you found it?
Well, KC Melting Pot came about as I was a teacher. I retired, and I was looking at what I wanted to do. I had always been involved in theater and acting. And so I had a play I had written years ago, and I want to do this play. And so I basically, long story short, I got it together, and we needed a place to do the play. So we rented out space here at just off Broadway. They liked the production, the Theater Association liked the production, and at that time kind of just asked us if we would be interested in being affiliated, and that led to us being the anchor theater company here at just off Broadway.
And why the name KC Melting Pot Theater?
Well, it was trying to think of something that was inclusive. Way back in my college days, those was a long time ago, but way back in those days, I remember one of my world history classes where they talked about this concept of the melting pot and how basically you had different cultures, different stories, and that stuck with me. It's always stuck with me. And I thought, this is about telling stories, and we all have stories to tell. And so I thought, what better phrase would there be for something that's that inclusive than the melting pot? And that's where that came from.
Well, the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund is supporting the upcoming production of On Shoulders now, and you wrote that. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it's probably one of the things I'm happiest about doing. It's a Christmas story. And like one of our promos goes, now really, another Christmas story? Yes, it's another Christmas story. It's still about the season and what the season means. But it's also about, okay, what we don't normally see or what we don't normally take. I kind of, from this perspective of being located here just off Broadway, we're in an area where sometimes there can be, quite a few people, homeless people or people just in transient conditions. And it was one evening I was leaving, and I was noticing those people around, and they were, kind of struggling to keep warm and things like that. I think it was in December. And then as I left here, I'm driving off toward the plaza, and I'm seeing the lights and all the people, in a little more upbeat, handling their season. And I thought to myself, it's Christmas for everyone, but what a difference. For some people, it's just about staying warm for a little while. And for other people, it's about more of the, what you can afford to do and the commercialism. There's no right or wrong, but there should be some recognition of both. And so I thought I'd give a little look at maybe the people who are a little less visible, during the season, because a gift is a gift, no price tag needed. Sometimes it's just a handshake, sharing, a piece of bread, whatever. And so that kind of led me to that story, which is about, some of the people who are a little bit disenfranchised around the holidays, but it's still a season for them too.
Well, you have quite a lot going on here, and On Shoulders now opens on November 30th, but you have programming all year round. So where would people find information about everything that you do?
Well, the best place to go would be our website. It's a fabulous website. It's kcmeltingpot.com. And if you go there, they got all the buttons and things you can push to find out about upcoming shows, past shows, purchase tickets, becoming involved in theater, volunteering, the whole, everything you can think of. So the best place to go would be kcmeltingpot.com, and from there you can take it wherever you want to take it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for telling us about your company and about the facility here.
Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/NTDF.